Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, in this video, we're going to be going into like super data driven depth. So this is literally how you can find products to test and niches to get into without ever spending a dime. This is more on the advanced side, but it's really in depth and it's exactly what I just used to launch a new product that is absolutely killing it. And in the very first day, almost all of the ad sets I launched had a sale, and it was very broad targeting. And the reason and kind of the way I did it is literally by following this exact strategy. And so it's really going to help you if you have low budget. It's important to know where to kind of hedge your bets. And so I'm going to show you a really in-depth way to kind of test products and niches and know what's going to work and how you're going to find buyers without ever literally testing it yourself and blowing through your budget. So it is going to be a little bit in depth, but it'll be very interesting, and I have a bunch of examples to show you guys so that way you guys can kind of understand where I'm coming from and how I'm doing it for myself. So let's just get into it. All right guys, we are in the computer, and specifically we are inside the Facebook ad account because I want to first show you this product that I launched. This is the first day. I spent $218 the very first day, and I made back $628 with a return on ad spend of 2.87. Now, I want to actually show you inside the ad sets because what's interesting and what's kind of drive this point home is how the ad sets performed. So I filtered by results right here, and I actually only launched about 12 ad sets, but 11 of them got a sale. All of these ad sets are super broad, but almost all of them got a sale. Now, why is that? Well, it's because I used this strategy and I used exactly what I'm about to kind of go over, because this was really good timing. Okay, like some of them, you know, one ad set is definitely going to be very easy to scale, almost a 7 ROAS, you know, 3, 5, 2.5, and my break even was about a 1.5, and I only had 1, 2, 3, and then plus 4 down here, 4 ad sets that were below my break even. So what I want to show you guys is how you can find products that are likely to win without spending money to see if it's a winner. Now, in order to make this strategy work, we're inside my Google Ads account, and what we have to do is actually go to the keyword planner, and I'm gonna show you a strategy that's gonna really help you find buyers. So keyword planner, by the way, you need to have a Google Ads account. It's not like you need to be spending anything. Now, the strategy is a little bit advanced, so we're gonna be using discover new keywords. And the way we're gonna be using this is quite different, so let me first show you the example. So what I typed in here is a term, Tree of Life bracelet. This is a very common bracelet. It is not special whatsoever. But what I want to show you real quick is this little size chart trend. And then I'm going to show you 4 other examples, and you'll kind of understand how you can start picking winners before you even test it. So just kind of follow along right here. So you'll see little, big, big, little, because this one has 2,400 searches. This one has 1,900, so this is bigger than this one, right? Okay. This is a company selling the Tree of Life heart bracelet. I just put in the keyword of Tree of Life bracelet. Now, when I click on this bit.ly link and I analyze, they had over almost half a million clicks, which is insane. They scaled this immensely. But look at the pattern. Little, big, big, little. And why I'm saying that is because the search volume and kind of what you see inside of Google will mimic the scale or at least the trend of your product. And I'm not talking about products like fidget spinner or, you know, charcoal teeth whitening. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is that the amount of buyers at that specific month, it will reflect inside the Google Trends. So let me show you another interesting thing and go a little bit deeper. So this is the fishing niche. I typed in fishing lures, fishing bait, and right now the fishing niche is actually really good because it's summertime. Now, if I was in the fishing niche, because I see it's trending, and I'm looking for a product to test, this is a really easy way to see what people are already searching for and want. Because if you already give them what they're searching for and combine it then with Facebook's targeting, you are literally giving yourself the easiest thing for success. So let's go through here. So there's some things that I honestly don't, whopper, plopper, bait and tackle. Let's go to, this looks interesting. So bass lures. So if we were looking to sell this, I then go hover my cursor over this And boom, you can see that actually in June has the highest amount of search volume, and honestly would be a good idea to advertise in May/June. However, I could see that it's going to start kind of going down, so this is not something I would advertise. However, if I found maybe, for example, this right here, trout lures, June, July, okay, so I could see that it has pretty much its peaks right here, and it would be best to advertise probably in April. So this is how you can actually easily find where the most buyers are and when you should start your campaign. And now, of course, you can run your campaign and still be profitable if it's not a huge uptrend. But if you're starting with low budgets and you really, you don't have a high pain tolerance of, you don't want to spend a lot because it's easy to get demotivated, then using this is literally the easiest way to see whether or not you have a good chance to get a bunch of sales, or maybe you should just pass on it. So I actually want to show you an example, because this advertiser, for example, is advertising in this fishing niche. So what's crazy is, let me refresh this. So what's crazy is that this person is literally advertising a bag. I mean, I don't know what this does. It's not special, it's not eye-catchy, but look at this. Their timing is amazing, and that's kind of my point. They literally are advertising when there's the most buyers in the market. And so you can see they have 1.3 thousand comments, 3,000 shares, 5,000 likes for a bag, a fishing bag. This is ridiculous. So if we sort and make sure that's still advertising by new, and they're definitely still at 52 minutes ago, 10 hours, 11, one day, people are commenting on a bag, which is absolutely, it's funny. Now, so that's one method to use this. However, what you can also do is right here, I typed in, oh, well, this one is stretch mark cream. Don't worry about this. I don't really want to go into depth on this, but it is another product a lot of people are selling, and you could easily see, when is a good time to sell it. And I would say around April. May. And if you wanted to be even more advanced, see right here, I'm pregnancy stretch mark cream. This is literally how you can start selling things that are totally underground and kind of low hanging fruit. You can see pregnancy stretch mark cream. Okay, when should I launch an ad around that? And you can see that it's actually pretty consistent, but if I was to put my money on it, I'd probably do it around June and then July, just because I see a little peak right here. That's literally the only reason why. But I would also cross-reference and check, and then literally take that keyword. So where was it? Wherever that keyword was, pregnancy stretch mark cream, I would literally take that keyword, I would then put it into here in the top on the search bar, find related keywords, and start really analyzing the data and see exactly when is the most amount of buyers in this market. So the next thing I want to show you is actually this. It's the chakra necklace. Now this is, it's a very old product, right? It's very old. It's not like necessarily very catchy, but there's a lot of passionate people who really believe in kind of peace and spirituality and all that good stuff. But what I want to show you is you can use this also to analyze how consistent a product could be. So you could easily go up to here and change, the date range. So we can do the last 24 months, or we can literally do, of course, the last 5 years. But we can see, and we could be like, okay, this looks consistent. But what's interesting is if I go right here, 7 chakra bracelet, you can see that this is actually very consistent. This is a product that has very steady search volume, and so once you hit the mark, you can probably keep it going. So actually a company did exactly just that. So this is a company called Project Yourself. They have been running for years, and guess what their offer has been for years? This. They switch up the ad, they switch up a couple things, but literally they've been running this kind of free plus shipping with the free 7 chakra bracelet forever. And I know another company doing the same thing, but it's because the demand is consistent and they use the targeting, and they literally just keep pumping it. And so you could see that literally most of their ads is this chakra bracelet. Now they're also actually advertising this. I'd be very curious to see what this really is, but you can see that they have a method to this. Now another way you can use this is actually to help you think of an angle to sell your product. For example, if you remember in one of my other videos, I kind of said like, hey, this is a dog bed, and you can see that these people are saying, that the dog bed helps with dogs' anxiety. Well, That's a really good angle. But what's interesting is if you wanted to be even more kind of savage with your marketing, let's just say we use that example, dog anxiety, and we see, okay, when do people search the most for things to help with their dog's anxiety, and what exactly are they looking for? So service dog, no, we're not looking for that. But let's see, calming pills for dogs. Okay, so they're looking for something ingestible for their dogs, and when are they searching the most for it? And you'll see, and it is July. So in July, June, July, right now, is the most search volume and the most interest for this idea. And funny enough, if you look, this is a company called Vitality Extracts. They are absolutely amazing marketers. I really like always checking in on them. And if you scroll and look through, you see, look at this. They're advertising anxiety for dogs. Anxiety, this is how I calm my anxious dog. And if you look even further, still more anxiety for your dog. And they're advertising it literally right now. They're literally capitalizing on the trend. So what I'm saying here is, instead of spending money and seeing what works and tests, you can do a little bit of grunt work and see, okay, look, I'm gonna put my eggs into this because I see a lot of statistical data, and see that yes, this could work. This has a good potential to work. There's a lot of buyers. I just need to have good landing page, good marketing, good everything. But am I saying, this is a one all be all, if it's not trending up, then don't advertise the product? No. I'm just saying, if you have a really low budget and this is a product that is, let's just say, searchable, then you can use this strategy. But if you want to go for a golden home run and you want to be the pioneer to market something, then this is not the strategy for you. You're going to kind of be a little bit more risky, which is fine. But this is literally just a couple examples. I could pull up 10 more examples, and funny enough, literally the exact search volume or trend or success of a product matches almost one-to-one the search volume and trend of the demand of the marketplace when you compare it to Google. So overall, guys, use this strategy. It is by far one of the easiest ways to kind of vet your products and kind of vet which niches you're going to go into without wasting and spending a bunch of money. It's like the best filter I've ever used. I even used this way back for my other brand to make sure, when I advertised, that it was in peak season, and it definitely worked. So anyway, I hope this really helps, and go deeper than what I even did on this video. I showed you guys an overview, but type in different keywords, type in different things to literally analyze the volume. But am I saying that this is a do all be all, if it's not the perfect uptrend, then it's not going to work? No, I'm just literally giving you this as another tool to have as a cross reference. But once you kind of use this to your advantage and you test different products, you'll start kind of catching on, and you'll see, oh, there is a trend, and you'll start kind of familiarizing on how to kind of use this literally before you even spend any money. So I hope this was helpful. This is definitely one of the more advanced tactics, but this is something that I'm using that does work, and yeah, it's really good. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because I do release videos just like this quite often. And yeah, go ahead and like the video so that way it tells YouTube that this video is actually good. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.